Good evening. Welcome to Lesson 3 of Algebra 1/2. And this lesson covers two different things, subtraction and patterns. And subtracting, as you know, is simply finding the difference between two numbers. And the answer to a subtraction problem is called the difference. Sometimes we have to regroup to subtract, meaning that we change the way the number looks, okay? Silly counting, like when you were a child, you might have gone 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 60-10, 60-11, 60-12. You know, you could have done that. Children sometimes think that way. Well, if you can go back to thinking that way and understand that 79 is 79, but 80 is 70-10. It's 70 plus 10 more. And 81 is 70-11. And 82 is 70-12. So if you think about that, and let's go to the next slide. (70-12) is the same as 82. So if we change the way 82 looks here, and we have 8 and the 2, we have 8 10s and 2 1s. And we're going to change that because we can't take this 6 away from that 2. So we're going to make it 70-12 instead. 7 10s and 12 1s. Now we have enough 1s to take 6 away from, and leaving us with 6. And now we have 7 10s minus 2 10s is 5 10s, or 50, 56. Okay, let's go to the next frame. Alright, now we say that when one operation undoes the other, it is the opposite of or the inverse operation. And we know that subtraction and addition are inverse operations of each other, they're opposites. And division and multiplication are opposites or inverse of each other. Alright, so when you have a problem and you don't have all the numbers, you've got digits and then you've got some letters in there, getting you ready for some algebra here, you need to think about inverse operations. So we see right away that this is an addition problem. So to solve and find this variable, this unknown, a, k, y, we're going to undo the addition. We're going to think inverse, and we're going to use subtraction. Well, when we know that we are going to have to use subtraction, we take the two numbers that we don't know and we subtract the one from the other. And you have 628 minus 472. That is going to give you what a, k, y equals. Alright, in this one we have MNP plus 257 equals 493. Now, this is an addition problem, and this bottom number here, it's the biggest number. It has to be bigger than this one and this one. So we're going to, again, use subtraction. We're going to take the two numbers we know. We're going to have the 493, and we're going to take the one that we know, 257, away from that. And when we do, it's going to leave us with MNP. And I wrote it over here a different way just so you could kind of understand in easier numbers. If we said MNP plus 100 is 400, well, you automatically know without doing anything that MNP is going to be 300. But if you look at it in the light of doing the inverse operation, this is an addition problem, so we're going to use subtraction to solve for MNP. We're going to say 400 minus 100, and that gets us to the 300 that we need. Alright, now here we have the top number is missing, XMP, minus 423 equals 287. Alright, well, if we're going to take 423 away from it, and we're still going to have 287, then XMP is going to be a fairly formidable large number. This is a subtraction problem, see? This is not addition, so to solve this one, we're going to use the inverse of subtraction, which is addition. Alright, so we're going to take the 2 that we know. We're going to say 287 plus 423, and when we do, that will give us our unknown XMP. Okay, so let's on to our practice problems, and these are just like the examples that we were just working. We've got 563 plus our unknown is 912. We're going to think to ourselves, this is an addition problem, so I'm going to have to subtract. Now, don't even for a second say that you're going to say 563 minus 912. There's just no way. There's only one way, correct order, you can put these numbers in and get an answer. So 912 minus 563 will give us our AKC. And again, we're going to have to use some of that silly counting, alright, because we can't take 3 away from 2. We can't take 6 away from 1. So we're going to make this 2 a 12. Now to do that, we would have to take 1 away from this 1, which leaves it with 0. So we're going to come over to the 9 and take 1 away from that, making it 8. And when we bring that over here, that's going to make it add to that 0, and it's going to be a 10. So what we really have is 12 minus 3, and 10 minus 6, and 8 minus 5, for a total of 349. Alright, in practice problem B, we have a subtraction problem. And the inverse operation of subtraction, the one that undoes it, is addition. So you're going to first look for this sign, see what kind of problem you have, and then you're going to know what you need to do. So we're going to use addition. We're going to say 376 plus 364, and that equals MXP. And when we do our addition, 6 plus 4 is 10. We're going to move this 1 up here into the tens place. So we have 6 plus 7, which is 13, plus 1 more is 14. Then we're going to have to take that 1 and add it over here into the next place. And we have 3 plus 3 plus 1 is 7. Okay. Moving on to C. Again, we have an addition problem. And to solve addition, we're going to use the inverse operation of subtraction. So we're going to take the bottom number, 522, subtract the middle number, 123. And in this one, they gave you one of the digits of the missing number, and that one is the 9 in the middle there, 9 tens. So when we do our subtraction, we regroup. Remember, we have to regroup. We're going to end up with 399. Then finally, D, we're going to do the very same thing. I want you to copy what I have here. Use your inverse operation and put all of this in your notes, and I will see you tomorrow.